White to the white to the white. White to the white to the white.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is that for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to be Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending this shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious sun of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Worldwide people, they don't they kill us since. Nobody talk about them after the whole killing. They go sweep them under the carpets. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. Maybe in our blood, I am they take the bath. Without our resources, nothing like one Nigeria. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. They don't set confusion among our brothers. They won't kill our leader because he speak the truth. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. No hiding place for them. See their doom for their doorstep. We are blessed folks. Bless no man feed cause worldwide thing.
Nigeria is falling, we are going to sink it out.
With the truth, with the truth.
We're coming out right now for the land of rising sun.
With the truth, with the truth.
in the world at large. We are Biafrans. If you are one Nigeria, why are they killing us? If you are one Nigeria, why are they raping us? If you are one Nigeria, why are they depriving us? We want to go, we mean, we want to go truly. We want to go sincerely, we want to go right now. We want to go, myself, I want to go. Nande Kano want to go. Uche Moko want to go. George Onyibe want to go. We want to go. Biafrans, they want to go. We are 7 steps ahead. Ahead is who? We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. All we need is referendum. Designating, dissipating, trafficking. I was born and raised in the Biafra land. This is my region. Biafra is my religion. You can think Biafra, speak Biafra, see Biafra. God has signed this. Nobody can join it. Lost day, minus day. Biafra we come. We love you. We love you. We love you. Biafra. Woo! I told you.
Nigeria is falling, we are gonna sing it out.
With the truth, with the truth.
We're coming out right now from the land of rising sun.
With the truth, with the truth.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Buhari, it's too late to apologize. Amici, it's too late. Osiban, it's too late to apologize. Obasanjo, it's too late. Obiano, it's too late to apologize. It's too late. British government, fire. British government, allow us to go. The people of Chukwu won't go. We won't go. Allow us to go. British government, fire. British government, allow us to go. We won't go. We won't go. Allow us to go. Allow us to go. Nigeria is falling, we are gonna sing it out.
With the truth, with the truth.
We're coming out right now from the land of rising sun.
With the truth, with the truth.
It's too late to apologize. Buhari is too late. Amici is too late to apologize. It's too late. Osiban is too late to apologize. Obasanjo is too late. Obiano is too late to apologize. Ojizo Kan is too late.
We are 3 wise men. Rasta J. Obia Julu Monday. CJ Papa. Lost Train. Oh. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are, all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Of course, this is still Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Ukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one truth I understand. Not every one of us can be able to comprehend it, but one day you shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandi Ukukano. He is the king of Afali Beku. Afali Beku is in Omoahia. Omoahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He is the director of Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafran Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And he remained the one and the only man who stood up to speak for our collective interest for over 60 years. Read meaning into every syllables from the word we speak. We mean them to our heart. I am George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land, for the avoidance of doubt. And of course, as always, we must proceed to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwukika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. Of course, we cannot proceed without acknowledging him. We cannot proceed without giving him thanks and praise. For he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. He is our guide in matter both great and small. In wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he remained the primordial influence that drives us. What exactly is it that we have he didn't give to us? He is the lifting up of our head, our hope, and stay. For we do not lift up our eyes to the mountain, nor to the hills. From where cometh our help? Our help comes from the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. For indeed he has promised to keep us from all evil, he who made our life. And so with confidence and assurance we come before him every day, in the presence of all the enemy that have gathered against us. Without fear, we know we will prevail in the end, because we don't want to conquer anybody. We don't want to conquer Hausa. We don't want to conquer Fulani. We don't want to conquer Yoruba. We don't even want to talk to Saboteur. We want to go home. And it must happen. All those people, Galavante, oh, our one Nigeria is not negotiable. Oh, one Nigeria, that is your business. We understand the difference between the day and the night. We understand why we are still yet making this discussion. It's just a matter of time. Chineke anyị dị mma o. Chineke anyị dị mma. Itu ọwụli dowe ihe ule ya o. Chineke anyị mara mma o. Onye anyị na-efe mara mma o. N'ụtụtụ n'abalị n'efife o. Onye anyị na-efe mara mma o. Ọkwa gị bụ echeta obi esike o. Ọkwa gị bụ ike anyị ji agagale. Ọkwa gị kewara osimiri le. Imekwa nwa anyị aga ka ọ tụrụ ime. Ọkwa gị yo Chineke. Ibu oke mmiri na-ebu ogwe. Ọkwa gị yo Chineke ma na-ebuchi m. Ibuchi me na ibuchi m. Ibuchi anya nja ụzọ. Agada gbajiri zọ nwoke obiọma. Olileanya nke ndị nsọ. Anyị na-erere ọkụ na anyị ragbara ọkụ. Ọ gịnị ka ga-eji toro gị ye gị nna? Aga na-akwụsị ala ye gị eze mo. Na-ebuchi mo. Chimo n'ịdị mma o. Chineke n'ịdị mma. Olileanya ndị nsọ n'ịdị mma o. Ọmaka si bi wale o n'ịdị mma. Ezi Chineke mo narị ekele o mgbe niile. Onye na-agwọ ọrịa mehie narị ekele o mgbe niile. Ịma na asị na anyị na-eme mma o. Eze masị na anyị na-agwọ ọrịa o. Chimo asị na anyị na-enye ike. Mgbe bịara bụrụ eziokwu Chukwu dị mma o. Ede mma agbanwe ede mma olileanya Biafra le na-ede mma eze onye nwe m na-ede mma. Ebe anyị anya n'eluigwe dadi o. Ebe ahụ nwe na-achị achị o. Ewefu Chukwu na-ede mma eze onye nwe anyị na-ede mma o. Ya ha anyị ji aja gị mma o. Maka n'eziokwu na-ebu sọ mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o. Inwe gị mgbanwe o. Odigonye dekage Ebu Alpha and Omega Anyinine na sena nedemao. Ise. We don't want you to see us as religious people. We are not. We don't want you to see us as righteous people. Certainly we are not. We don't want you to approve of us because it really does not make sense if Biafra is not restored. But this is just who we are. And of course, without wasting much of our time, having acknowledged the Creator himself, we must move ahead to our topic this evening, which is simply titled 5 Ways to Make Yourself a Laughing Stock. 5 ways to make yourself a laughing stock. You see, as a child, there is one word that anytime my mother uses it for me, I wish she did other things to me. I don't know what she puts in her mouth to tell me those words. She just look at me one kind and say, look at you. Look at how you have made yourself a laughing stock. It will look as if they put pepper in my eye. But I wonder how many people feel that way, knowing fully well that you are making yourself a laughing stock. How many of us really feel bad about the whole of the issue? If you don't feel bad about it, please feel bad about it. You must learn to hate what hates you. You must learn to hate what plagues you. Don't let anybody deceive you. Oh, if they slap you one ear, give them another ear. Just try it with one pastor. I tell you, you may not come back from DSS. They will even pay money for you to be dealt with. Easier said than done. There is no better way for my mother to deal with me than to say, look at you. You have turned yourself to a laughing stock. As a child, I will look at my trouser. I will look at my shirt. I will look at my sandal. I will check if my mouth is smelling. Have I brushed this morning? He releases millions of questions to me. Honestly, nobody wants to be a laughing stock. But it's very unfortunate and pathetic that some of us has become that already. I was following something happening with Joy Ogoni and Akpabio Akwa Ibom. Joy Ogoni is shouting, oh, Akpabio is bringing me to hotel. He want to do, how do they call it, self? There is a language they use for it because she couldn't mention it. Very disciplined woman, laughing stock. 2 Biafrans turning themselves to a laughing stock before Yoruba Hausa Fulani. Joy from Ogoni, all in the name of Niger Delta. He said, do you know Akpabio took me to hotel? Akpabio want to Yako, Ocho Yako, Ndiara. People without honor or dignity. I am the first senator. I am the first Niger Delta. I slap governor. Oh, okay. Is this senator or rep? You have become a laughing stock. Then Akpabio is jumping up and down. Do you know I built 100 university in the north? I built 20 university in the north. I am the highest idiot from Biafra land who did well for northerners. You have become laughing stock. And they continue doing like that. What do they call the other one? Is it that or easy? Oh, Igbo don't love themselves. Oh, Buhari made me oil. But he forgot that the oil Buhari gave to him to make money is from our land. There is a German that is always sending me text message. He said, do you know how many Igbos that control oil well in our land? So Otto is one of them. And he's giving the thanks to Fulani who gave him oil they never owned. I can go on and on and on and tell you how they make you laughing stock. But that will make me not to focus this evening. 5 ways to make yourself a laughing stock as a Biafran. They are laughing at you. There is no shame in the womb that gave birth to us. And as such, nothing to be ashamed of. But most of you, even though you were born honorably, you have made yourself a laughing stock. Yoruba will cross leg. They will be laughing at us. Don't mind all these people. They can't cooperate. And you are helping them to make it that way. I look at people. I study people very well. I know who you are. I'm not telling you I'm a good man. I'm not. But I tell you, I don't spare idiot. It doesn't matter who you are. You make yourself a laughing stock because you are predictable. You are pathetic. Very shameful. We are the children of the real men, breeded by true mothers. We cannot afford to make ourselves laughing stock. But of course, I will not be able to explain it because it's such wide angle we have to focus on. But I just choose only five ways to make yourself a laughing stock. Yoruba will be laughing at you. Hausa will be laughing at you. Fulani will be laughing at you. Ndesabo will be laughing at you. Even your children will be laughing at you. But in your mind, you think you are undermining someone else. Let us go and see how they make themselves laughing stock. Maybe people will be able to understand what you are saying. Just listen very closely. Very important.
There's an allegation that she was making.
Very funny.
Very well said, Rufai. Let's take another story still in Nigeria. The indigenous people of Biafra on Tuesday claimed to be in talks with the United Nations to hold a referendum.
I want you to listen. The indigenous people of Biafra they claim that they are having talks with the United Nations regarding the issue of referendum. I want you to listen closely. It's quite a long audio, but I will exercise the pen and play it to the end. The indigenous people of Biafra, they claim, it didn't say they are having talks, so it didn't say the indigenous people of Biafra are having talks with the United Nations. He said we are claiming. Let us continue.
For a sovereign state of Biafra. In a statement by the group's media and publicity secretary, Ima Powerful, the group is making efforts for the referendum.
And now, in a publicity, the publicity secretary of IPOB, Ima Powerful, in a media chat, said that IPOB is making effort to communicate with United Nations regarding the issue of referendum. Now, these two statements, they contradict each other. These two statements present different things. I see a lot of people, they are happy. Oh, we are going for referendum. Oh, it's a referendum. Oh, referendum. Who now no get sense? Who do us this thing? He said the same thing. At the same time, he countered what he said. But that is two things I want you to know. One, we claim. He said we claim. We are claiming, which means it's not true. He went on to say that even our publicity secretary said that we are trying to, which means we have not started talking to them about referendum. Hold on, you will get to where I'm coming from. I want you to take your time and listen to other things that they will discuss in this process. But I want you to see how they are mocking at us. But when I get to the one I need you to talk, to understand and assimilate for the sake of this study, I will pause them. Listen to them.
Any moment soon, adding that residents within the Biafra territory and those living beyond the boundaries of Biafra will be able to determine their own fate. The group expects the United Nations to supervise the referendum and are calling for freedom for all and not just for Biafrans alone.
Yes, they are calling for freedom of all and not just for Biafrans. But does Yoruba need freedom? Does Yoruba need freedom? If Igbo people were receiving 10% like Yoruba are receiving, if I see any Igbo man talk of freedom, I will shoot that person. Why are we deceiving ourselves? You make yourself a laughing stock when you deceive yourself. Yoruba, we want freedom for Yoruba, we want freedom for Hausa Fulani. We never get our freedom, we want freedom for other people. In as much as it make it look as if you are selfish, good. Our pain, our problem is paramount. Yoruba want Nigeria to divide. For what? For the 10% or for what? Is it for the seaport or for the international airport? For what? Why will the Yoruba want Nigeria to divide, for God's sake? You are going to international, it's referendum. Now we will not catch Muguabi. We shall see how it ends. Just wait, so that you understand. I want to explain to you 5 ways of making yourself a laughing stock. Yoruba is analyzing also. Let us continue.
I mean, this is another, what do you call it, Brexit? Yes. How is it possible to have a sovereign state without any form of, partition? I mean, I would like to know, how does that work?
It's possible. Okay. You can have, these are called, there are different types of referendums. These ones are called independence referendums. And an independence referendum does not actually need the consent of the national government. What tends to happen is if there's some kind of separatist movement, and that separatist movement gets support maybe at an election, they can now use that momentum to demand a referendum.
But you don't understand what he's saying. There is a kind of referendum where you bring this referendum, it can now help them to build momentum, political momentum, and then they form their own political party, and when they form it, they can now push it into a momentum. And everybody's like, yo, this kind of referendum, it don't need federal government, it don't need United Nations. If we do it, you do it politically, it builds momentum. The same thing you people did to Ojukwu. The same thing you people did to Ojukwu. You are making yourself a laughing stock you don't know. Ojukwu came back from Ivory Coast. The one Nigerian surrounded him. We must continue from where you stop. Dim, you must do it. The people love you. Did you not see how many people that welcome you? Ojukwu, we must move ahead. Let us open our own political party. We can now hijack Nigeria through referendum and F-Columbrum. Which grammar did that woman use again? And they now do, we will now gather momentum. Very big English. You think Biafra will come tomorrow? Who now they use? When you gather this abga, you now gather momentum. Politically, you now aramato, and when you arabanto, you now do arabanko. Then you give us Biafra. Ndiara, do you know Ojukwu community? They didn't vote for him. Ojukwu could not win election of abga in Inewi. That time, Nigeria never gets sense rich like this, so. Today, somebody is going to soon tell us, oh, we cannot do referendum. Let us and then referendum. When they speak big English, they go dabaru you. Yoruba they back, they laugh us Hausa Fulani. They cannot get sense. So, makanomen wa huni kwa mihe. Na imeka inhua. Except somebody is feeding from our misery. I'm coming. 5 ways to make yourself a laughing stock. Let's continue.
Even of the national, or in our case, the federal government, just of their own people. Okay. They put a question on the ballot and people answer the question and they vote. And the United Nations will not call a referendum. Every country has their sovereignty. The United Nations will supervise, they'll observe if they're told to, they'll monitor a referendum if they're asked to. The United Nations is also relevant if the referendum succeeds and maybe the national government doesn't want to apply, the results of the referendum. The United Nations can come in and recognize that country as an independent country to give that referendum credence. So, yeah. So then what happens to the people that are not in support of the sovereign state of Biafra, that are in that territory as well? What happens? I'm speaking hypothetically. Yes. The referendum might not even happen because, like I said, it usually happens on the...
The referendum might not even happen. What about other people who don't want Biafra to go? They want Biafra to die inside Nigeria. He didn't answer that first. He said the referendum will not happen. It's not going to happen. It's another, they use it to delay us till 2023. We now find another name. We start stock. Let's just finish that one. We are coming.
Back of a popular movement, there has to be some momentum. You can't just wake up and have a referendum. Like if there's an election, for example, and let's say, I don't know, a particular political...
If there is an election, so we are going to vote, right? We are going to vote. Referendum inside Nigeria, right? This clip is turning my stomach, but I want you to be patient so that you hear the last laughing. Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani, how they are mocking us. Very gentle, distinguished ladies and gentlemen there, addressing us, resetting our brain for a different level of higher stupidity, and they think we are fool.
party, a separatist party, wins all the states, then from there you can now use that momentum to call for a referendum. Right now that has not happened.
Yes.
So if at all the referendum does happen, if people vote no, then vote to be counted, then it's no and they stay in Nigeria. But if there's an overwhelming yes or a majority yes, then they leave. If at all the federal government allows it, and the United Nations and the international community rally around the new states.
Well, they have claimed that it's going to be a peaceful process. I don't know how that's going to be, but I think that we can come back to continue on this discussion.
Let's take a short break. When we return, I will give you my views on the issue of the referendum. We'll take a short break.
Of course, why they take a short break? Let me tell you, in Nigeria, forget referendum. If you come out for referendum, they will shoot you. Yoruba Hausa Fulani will shoot you. Nothing will happen. United Nations will not talk. International nation will not talk. Europe or EU nation will not talk. African nation will not talk. All the one they kill us, even though they know we are exercising our right to self-determination. Did any of them say anything? It was no referendum, no election. Chimobi Okafor were poisoned. Many people died. Yoruba is pushing the same thing to delay us till 2023. They will now do another election, deceive all of us again. We will continue on the same track. Turning all of us to laughing stock. I'm coming, no, I've not landed.
Right now, when we return, the morning show will continue with what's trending with OG up there. Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. And still with us in the studio is OG up there with what's trending. Well, before we went on break, we were talking about the request of the Indigenous Peoples of Biafra through Emma Powerful, the secretary, asking for a referendum to be organized by the United Nations. Now, the subject we're dealing with basically is self-determination. And self-determination it's an internationally recognized right by various UN conventions. Whether you are talking about Kosovo, or you are talking about East Timor, or you are talking about Cameroon. And it is indeed true that the United Nations can supervise referendums. The right of a people to determine their own future, to determine their own sovereignty. Now, two examples. In February 1961, the UN supervised the referendum to determine whether Northern Cameroon or Southern Cameroon would join Nigeria or join Cameroon. And that referendum was conducted. At the end of the day, when the votes were tallied, people can vote yes or no. At the end of it, Northern Cameroon joined Nigeria. Southern Cameroon, led by Ndeli Anko, joined Cameroon, the French-speaking Cameroon. Now, this was the decision.
Now, for record purpose, those who are still reasoning, those who are still making use of their Mendola Oblakata, every referendum that have been conducted in Africa was not for the interest of the Africans. It was for the interest of the imperialists, the colonial terrorists. The referendum in Cameroon was to settle the disputes between the Francophone and the Anglophone. It is the same thing, the referendum that happened in Nigeria. It is served for the interest of English or French, colonial master. So when they are telling you, before they used to tell us Somalia, go and look at Somalia, you see, but Somalia now is one of the fastest growing economic in Africa. So they don't talk about it again. But these are Yoruba doing what they know how to do best. The reason I'm still playing this clip is so that you can hear their laugh. That laugh they are laughing at the end of the day. Then we continue from there.
Over the British occupied part of Cameroon at the time. In 1999, it was East Timor. And it was the president of Indonesia at the time who approached the United Nations to allow the people of East Timor to decide whether they would like to have special autonomy within Indonesia or have their own independence. And of course, they rejected special autonomy within Indonesia. In 2002, East Timor became independent on its own. And then you have the example of Kosovo and all of that. But whatever happens, there is no way that the United Nations can do a referendum inside Nigeria over and above the head of an existing sovereign. That is the Nigerian government itself. Now, would there be...
Now he has told you about East Kosovo. They went to United Nations and any nation like that. But he's not still coming back to tell you that United Nations will not allow Nigeria or get involved in issue like that because Nigeria is not a sovereign nation. It's a sovereign nation. So other people who actually carry that referendum, are they not sovereign nation? If you don't take time, we are going to sing for the next 3 years, from now to 2023. They will push us to start singing, oh, referendum, referendum, referendum. Very from referendum, you now enter election. I was trying to be patient to see how we can be able to listen to how they mock at us. Igbo marry Yoruba now. Igbo, how would they do Ladipo? Just try and listen to that audio. How will Igbo do Ladipo? Can't Igbo build another Ladipo in Igbo land? But they know how they hold you. They turn you to a laughing stock. Don't mind them. Can they leave the Alaba International? Can they leave the Aladipo? Can they leave the Agwangwalada market? Can they leave? They are laughing at us. They are mocking at us. But don't let them make you a laughing stock. You may not understand what I'm saying, but when the time comes, you will understand. Let me refresh our mind a little bit.
My name is Dike Joshua Kadima. I am 9 years old. I am from Anambra State. We are the future of Biafra. Protect us from Hausa Fulani terrorists. Protect us from the Yoruba oligarchy. Protect us from the killer Nigeria government by sitting at home on the 18th of November. But we will never forget you if you can do this for the new generations of Biafrans.
My name is Akman Okon. I am from Akwa Ibom State of Biafran land. I am 10 years old. I am calling upon all Biafrans all over the world, most especially those Biafrans in Anambra State, to make sure that the upcoming election in Anambra State will not hold until a date of referendum is given. There will be no more election in Biafran land. By doing this, you have saved the next generation of Biafrans. Make sure you sit at home on the 18th of November 2017.
My name is Tonye Kama. I am from Biafra State of Biafra land. I am 13 years old. I want to use this opportunity to beg all Anambarians of Biafra all over the world to obey the command of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by boycotting every Nigerian election in Biafra land, starting from Anambra State, come the 18th of November. By doing so, you have helped to save the younger generations of Biafrans.
No referendum date.
No election.
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 There shall be no more election in Biafra land.
As laughable as it can be, a Yoruba friend, my good Yoruba friend, sent it to me today. And he was mocking me. You people have started again. Very soon now you will shout referendum till 2023. You people should go inside. Did you know why he sent that last audio to me? We were saying no referendum, no election in Biafra land. The pressure was so much that I have to take my Android phone. Me and my children. The people you hear who did that jingle are my children. We have shouted more than a year. No referendum, no referendum, no referendum. They are laughing at us. They are mocking at us. They took that life from us. Trying to boycott election. Chimaobi Okafor was poisoned. I was poisoned also. Just that I'm alive. Then Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, one Nigeria and Sabo will still put us very soon on another line. Everybody will shout a referendum, referendum. On a big idiot. Did we come our life to shout referendum? Then they will push us. The Yoruba guy told me they will push us. Push us to 2023. Do us the normal brakata mi brakata. Now that they are going to spend money on the main people that can worry IPOB. They will spend good money on the people that can worry us. While we are shouting referendum, they will be worrying us. Are you not seeing all the idiots on social media already? He said if we are not strong enough, by 2023, we will be the one vote to Abuga, then we go to other states, vote PDP. How many lifetime do we have? We can know they sound intellectual. We are the first in Africa to activate the right to self-determination. Was it a referendum that made them move apartheid? But they know how to turn us to mocking stock. They have started again. When I made this audio, I've forgotten about it. And when the guy sent it to me to mock me, I laugh. You can't mock me. Everything you do will suffer you and your generation. They are speaking English now. You are not seeing them. We are going to change the narrative, and then we are going to do like this, where we now push them diplomatically. We now enumerate the government system. Then we now push it, and then now mechanize it in the area. Now we know they do this thing. Let us say the truth, too, because you are making yourself a laughing stock already. So like I said, our topic this evening is simple. 5 ways to make yourself a laughing stock. Number 1 is to claim you are in Nigeria. To claim you are in Nigeria. Try and listen to that audio. At the middle, they laugh at us. At the ending, they laugh at us. Number 1 place to make yourself a laughing stock, just go outside Nigeria, tell them you are in Nigeria. A very proud Nigeria. They just look at you from head to toes. They will pity you. Nigeria. So who are those saying they are Nigeria? You don't know you are a laughing stock already? Somebody told me that World Trade Center in Nigeria is burning. And I said to the person, do we have World Trade Center? I never heard of it. Did they name it when they set it on fire? You are a laughing stock. Oh, we have catch Magu. He's a thief. You are the laughing stock. How can Fulani betray Fulani? Why would they give up Magu? They are trying to use Magu to cover all the money Abakari stole. And you people are happy, oh, Magu is a thief, Magu is a thief. All the money Brutai stole. All the money Abakari stole. All the money Buhari and his family stole. They are going to push it on the head of Magu. And I tell you, nothing will happen to that guy. Nothing. Nigeria is a laughing stock. The world knows it. They are crying out, oh, Britain say our plane cannot land. But you are mocking the laughing stock. How will you allow them to make you a laughing stock? Is it the same thing Somalians did, got their freedom? Number 2 way to make yourself a laughing stock. If you are trapped in Nigeria, you are a prisoner in Nigeria. Your father tells you are in Nigeria. No, your father don't love you. Move further and ask your father, why would you say I'm in Nigeria? Or if you notice your father is ignorant, ask your father which side of Nigeria. He got to tell you. Shame on all of you. One Nigerian people. Number 2. Another way to know you have become a laughing stock is when you claim to be fighting for Biafra in exchange for money. You are fighting for Biafra in exchange for money. All you need is money. You are a laughing stock. They know you. Many people are fighting for Biafra. Their account is thick. And sometimes they are the one that come and give you order. Thunder will fire all of you. You are a laughing stock. The moment you come out, you are fighting for Biafra. You are looking for money. You are a laughing stock. The sacrifice you are making, does it cost you anything? Oh, you gonna give, it shall be given unto you. Give. You are not Christian lover, but you hate Christian. You are a laughing stock. You are a laughing stock. In the morning you say yes, in the evening you say no, in the afternoon you talk and you are a laughing stock. Let your yes be your yes. You get to a situation, your enemy fears you. You get to a situation, people don't want to get involved in your way. Why? Because you cannot be compromised. If our leader was going to drink tea from one office to office, but now he's gone. You cannot be compromised. And you are fighting for Biafra. You are selling passport. You are selling ID card. You are selling certificate. Sometime when I went to address the family in Benue State, and one of the women told me she's a graduate. She graduated from Biafra University. She had her certificate. She had diploma in economics, if I'm not mistaken. I said, which time when I can't go Biafra University, Biafra never come. When I talk to people like that, I say, hey, you are a saboteur. It's a saboteur. We are selling Biafran plate number again. Which Yoruba Hausa blood they do all this thing? Fulani blood. You make yourself a laughing stock. They think we are joking. Number 3 way to make yourself a laughing stock for record purposes. So in case you are involved in such issue, you should be able to begin to correct yourself. Because of people like you, those who cannot talk to us are talking to us. When you leave the enemy and start fighting your own people, you are a laughing stock. You are a laughing stock. Yes, when any Fulani man kill Igbo man, then we pay the Igbo man 500,000. And if Igbo man kill Fulani, then we now give Fulani 500,000. Your governor, are you not a laughing stock? And he bought. Let me not talk to you people, oh. Let me not talk to you people, oh. If we see Fulani kill Igbo man, then we give Igbo man 50,000. And then when Igbo man kill Fulani, then we give Fulani 50,000. Are you not a laughing stock? Are you not a laughing stock? And then another one we say, if you want to kill Fulani man, you have to kill me first. We are clapping for you. Hey, bravo, bravo, bravo. We are clapping for all of you. Are you not a laughing stock? All the people they kill in Anambra, I hope they are paying you people money and you people are eating it. Bravo, clap for them. Hey, mad people. And the amazing thing is, these people want us to talk to them in a very civilized manner. Are you not a laughing stock with the resources in your land? You go and beg the people stealing the resources because you are Niger Delta warlord or you are Niger Delta chairman. You now go to Ugwa, you go to the northern Nigeria and beg them, please give us something to eat. You know we are the boys, at all, nine bad pass. Are you not a laughing stock? Each time you are from Biafra land, whether coastal region or upland, you are going to north to beg them to give you, make you relevant. Are you not ashamed? Just look at the people you are going to turn yourself slave to. Are they more educated than you? Do they own the resources you are going to beg for? Why would you reduce yourself to a common thief? All the money you people have stacked up everywhere, and you want majority of your people to live in abject poverty. Has it made you live a more fulfilled life than us? I see a lot of people with they stack stinking millions in their account. They watch us starve to hunger and to death. Has it made you better than us? Shame on all of you. You are a laughing stock. Number 4. When you are fighting, you leave your people. Number 3 rather. You leave Fulani S-men, Boko Haram, Yatiala. You are fighting your people. You are a laughing stock. I took time to watch people who are thinking they are talking down IPOB. They think they are talking down Mazen and the Kano. They think they are talking down Mazuchi Mefo. I took time and I studied them. Awusa is telling them, oh, carry on, you are not that, you are not that. They are calling you king of Ndibu. They are giving you rank. Guy, when your enemy begin to praise you somehow, make you watch yourself, oh. You be better idiot, and they are mocking at you. They are mocking at you. One thing you people don't understand is that some of us operate in the gift of discernment. That kirikiri way we don't see you before you start. You think people like that don't walk on this earth again? They are here. We are here rather. We are watching you. None of you, honestly, I keep saying what I say not because I made mistake. Each time I come on radio here, I repeat it over and over. I tell you that Mazi Uche from Efo is the man who promised us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. There was a time our leader was not there. All these idiots blackmailing themselves now. We are looking for her to kill him. The day I will tell all of your story, thunder will fire all of you. Mazi Uche Mefo gave us reason to continue. Today there are people trying to kill him so that they will become a political party in the era. We are waiting for you. It's unbelievable. By now we are supposed to be selling tomato and mangi here. So people actually suggested it. So as I'm doing like this, small time I'll play advice. Nkanye bunkanyo gawano na Zenith Bank bunko nyabo biko gawano na Zenith Bank kan yeni nkanya kandiara, and you are fighting for freedom. But no matter the level of frustration, Mazuche Mefo stand his ground. And those days we understand that we must believe in Biafra over and over again. I keep saying it. You won't understand. One day we will tell the story of how you overcome. All those backyard saboteur. You are a laughing stock. We are watching you. And when I get to our leader, I say for over 60 years, nobody stood up to speak for our collective interest. You can't take it from him. If you like, turn tomorrow to today, turn today to tomorrow. You can't take it from him. It's over 60 years. I've never seen the history of any man who stood up to speak for our collective interest. Not even Dim Chukwemeka Dimego Juku. But of course, we give it to him. Our original and number one supreme leader. We give it to him. Of course, only mad people will challenge him. Nobody came out and speak for our collective interest. Until he came. Today, waiting concern me before. When Igbo man they talk, they look up. Even though I know the truth, I couldn't explain the truth. Even when I try to explain the truth, it doesn't make sense because you people don't even know what is happening until he came. I give it to him. Nobody can take that. And he keep pushing till we are here. Honestly, it's as much as nobody can bamboozle us. He remained the one and the only man who stood up to speak for our collective interest. The best thing you can do is to speak for his own interest. Yorubas are laughing at you. All of you trying to talk down on IPOB. Just go and look at the people praising you. You will see they are a gang of idiots like you or Yoruba Hausa Fulani. I do follow all of you. Even as I'm broadcasting, I'm following some of you online. We are monitoring the line. Nonsense people. Number 4. When you are beating the drum of referendum without preparing the foundation for referendum, they will be laughing at you. You are beating the drum of referendum. The drum of referendum. Should I play referendum music for you here? I have more than 30 music dedicated specially by wonderful Biafra musicians for referendum. Where is the platform for referendum? They are laughing at you. The Yoruba man told me that I should watch That they are going to push us. We'll be start singing referendum. Then from referendum, they will sweep us off. And then we begin to say, okay, vote to Awabga. After Imo State, somebody who did not even have a paper to be governor, to contest, is the governor. He did not do the same thing in Bayelsa. They're laughing at us. But of course, it's their duty to laugh at us. But it's our duty to tell them you are not a fool. My father told me, if somebody tell you you are a fool, he said, my son, don't get angry. Don't worry. We all fool ourselves one time or the other. But if somebody come out and tell you you are foolish, he says if he mean to die, to prove to the person that you are not foolish. Do it, my son. You think, say, when two people die over a piece of land, say now that land make them die? In those days in my hometown, there is this family known as the family of Okonye, a very wealthy family. One of their sons schooled in London, graduated in London. In his retirement age, he came back home. He's from my mother's village, Umunede. He became the principal of a grammar school. Very brilliant man, I must tell you, most of which schooled in Harvard University. Very brilliant man. Awolo and the rest of them. Awolo was the principal of Benoba Grammar School then. Okonye was the principal of Ika Grammar School. Very brilliant men, best of their kind. As enlightened as Okonye was, he came back home and started dragging a piece of land with his younger brother. And people could not believe it. They couldn't understand it. The elder son, being the Awolo, the principal, brought out a knife and stabbed his younger brother on the stomach. This is somebody who schooled in Harvard. Very enlightened man, I can tell you. Those of you in Abo listening to me, you know the people I'm talking about. And his younger brother fell down and like he died. He couldn't bear it, he has killed his younger brother. As enlightened as he is, he brought out the knife and stabbed himself. But as God or situation will always fall out, the brother survived it, but he died. Considering that this man has a Citroen as his car, most of you don't know Citroen. And then, how much is a plot of land? With his level of education and exposure, how will he kill somebody? I couldn't understand it. I couldn't figure it. I keep thinking about it. Until in my life, I bought the first land. In my life, it was in Port Harcourt then. The same person who sold the land to me want to do me 419. I said it will not happen. They reduced the line. In fact, my house has gotten to almost linter level then. The community demolished it. Leveled it completely. I told the king, I said, the only way I will forfeit this damage is that everybody in this community are working with their head. If not, I must get justice. I could have left this ground. I would not have fought the community after I'm not from River State. But the method they want to take my land make me to agree to die with them instead of them to have that land. All of them will die. Thunder fire them. They are listening to me. And the king or traditional ruler looked into the matter. Issue came up. People were willing to go to any length to make sure I have my land back. After some days, they called me. They said, check the cost of the damage in that building. This idiot will pay for it. I told the primary ruler, I said, you have said the truth. And as such, I don't want that man to pay. Let him not pay. In righteousness, a throne shall be established. In iniquity, it will come down. You have said the truth as the king of this community. And I will not ask anything from the man. Let the man go. Let him and God judge it. And then I built my house and I moved on. I was willing to die for that piece of land. Not because I cannot forget about it and move ahead. The way they want to take it from me, I'd rather die with them. The same way Nigeria want to keep us in Nigeria, don't worry what is coming for all of you. You don't understand it. But we cannot afford to make ourselves a laughing stock. How can you be so comfortable with the people who rape your mother, rape your sister, kill your father and your brothers, and they pride in glory before you till this day? When they talk about how many people they kill, they drink palm wine over it. And some of you join them and mock yourself in your own stupidity. Have you seen that show Rumors when they talk about how many of our people they kill? They keep us preoccupied, blaming ourselves, calling ourselves name. Why they are mocking at us? Number 5. When you are catching an armed robber and you fail to catch that armed robber perfectly well, you become a laughing stock. My people say, "Wan wo nyo hi, angodolem bumeka, ikodem budeka, o wepeka ola. Iwan wo nyo hi, angodolem bueka. Tokemo huma. You cannot catch a thief, and then you are holding the thief by the side of the cloth. You hold the thief properly. Today they call you as a Biafran. How do you see this Nigeria? Because you are a governor. You tell them, well, it's okay. We are still managing. It is colorful Nigeria. Unity in diversity. Diversity of America. You are a criminal. You know what we are going through as your people. You cannot speak for us. 30th of May, the candlelight, most of you don't know, a lot of our people were arrested. Those in Iguacha was moved to the Port Harcourt maximum prison this evening. When they left the court, they didn't grant them bail. We remember those Yoruba, Hausa and Fulani killed, and then maybe they charged them for treason. They have moved them to Port Harcourt maximum prison. Majority of them are from Ahoda, Chief Goodluck of Ahoda, all of them. And so what is our crime? That we remember the people Nigerian killed? And I've seen some people in their arrogancy and nonchalant attitude will come and tell us that Nigerian proscribe us as terrorists. Who is a terrorist in the first place? The IPOB or Nigerians? But you have done your 30th of May. You drink palmy, you ginger. People are still in the prison. Will our governor speak up? Will our senators speak up? Will one Nigerian lover speak up? The point is, who will go for us? Now the cannot do it well. He cannot do it well. Honestly, I agree with you. Please come. Come and help him. Let us stand aside for you. But you are a laughing stock and you can't see that. I don't patronize anybody. Where you do good, we give you good. Where you do bad, of course, we temper justice with mercy. Who in this universe has come out to speak openly for Biafran people? Who? But you don't know you are a laughing stock. Buni mungwam di onunwili. Inhe kupo hiwa mora ye. You should be ashamed that your enemy is the one clapping for you that you are beating your brother very fast. Are you not ashamed? My brother, what I'm trying to tell you this evening is simple. Do not fall into this category because you will make yourself a laughing stock. And don't let them make you laughing stock. So that there can be little dignity and honor left for the next generation of Biafra. I am so proud because I know the actions of Ojukwu and his deputy, General Philip Effiong. Ojukwu, word I love so much, he said, we make no apology on the phenomenon of this Biafran issue. We make no apology. And his deputy, as gentle as Uche Mefo, he said, make sure Make sure you don't do to the next generation what you did to us, because they will rise up and they will do even worse than we have done. But they've done to us more than they did to our fathers. We will rise up. We will rise up. We will rise up. We will rise up. But we want to make sure that everywhere, all over the world, they understand what we are saying and what we are talking about. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. So when you are coming, hey, Mazen and they can't do this, Mazen and they can't do that. We didn't tell you he's Angelo. We never choose Angel as our leader, but you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. As far as I'm concerned, nobody is willing to risk anything for our people. Nobody is willing to do anything for our people. Only in IPOB. Did I say we don't have idiot in IPOB? They are idiot, and we are ready for all of them. But you should be ashamed. When you are beating your brother, Yoruba is clapping for you, Hausa is clapping for you. You are not formidable for killing your brother. Have you touched Fulani men? Have you touched the enemy of your people? Shame on all of you. Of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And then the special number for the female is 081-288-58612. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Good evening from here.
Yes, please. My name is my man Ugo Onyejaka. I'm calling from United States of America. I am the national PRO of IPOB here in United States. I am from Amibo. Amibo is in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja. Mazi, I thank you and I thank God Almighty for your life, and I praying for God to continue to bless you and give you a long life. Same to our Onyendo, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Uchemefo, and all the principal officers of IPOB. Mazi, your teaching is so wonderful. Your teaching is so wonderful. Mazi, you know what happened? I likened our struggle, the Biafrans, as a family. This is a family that has a little misunderstanding in it. Then some of your brothers and sisters went out and then brought the enemies that rape your mother, the enemies that rape your sister, the enemy that kill your brothers, the enemy that have destroyed the family. They went and invited them in because of a little misunderstanding in the family. Mazi, do you think that family can stand? It cannot. Mazi, our problem is not the Hausas or even the Fulani or the Yorubas. Our problem is something that is inside us. Believe me, because there is nobody that is holding us in Nigeria. We are the ones that are holding ourselves. Because if you check all the games that all these people are playing, that is the reason why we are still in the mess that we are. They are the people that are dragging us. Mazi, could you imagine that the oil that came from our place is the one that is routed now to the Middle East through Niger and Mali, while our place is so polluted? There is no drinking water, pollution everywhere. There is no industry. In our place, the people that call themselves Niger Delta, there is no employment for the youth. Everybody is just hustling. While the people who are just eating and then who are placed in all the industry that we have in Nigeria, everything are the Fulanis. Man, look at the type of money that these people, the Mago, the type of money that this man stole. We are not only talking about that. Man, we are talking about our parents that we are killed, 3.5 million children that were massacred. And this is the reason why we are talking. And anybody who is being a saboteur, knowing quite all right that the blood of the innocents has been shed in this our struggle, and the person still have the mind just to fight against us. It's not that there is anything that we are competing with them, but the only thing we are competing is just to make a good life for everybody that live in that Biafra land. But these people wanted just to fight against their brothers. Seeing the predicament that we are in, seeing how we are endangered species, in that land. Mas, do you know that the most endangered people in that Nigeria territory are the Biafrans? We are in danger that you can get out of your house and walk out in the morning. You are not sure if you'll come back. You are in danger that because there is no even hospital. If you have an accident, then you are on your own. You are in danger in any way that you have been minimized, and then you have been, discredited, and you have been, humanized, and then you still think that it is something, and you're not thinking about your children that are going to come. The thing that our parents suffered are the thing that we are suffering now, and then the thing that our children are going to suffer if we don't stand our ground. But it is so unfortunate, quite unfortunate, that all these things are going on. Then even the people that have killed our children, killed our parents, killed everything, they are still laughing at us, just like you said. They are laughing at us, and then they say, even when you have killed millions and millions of people that are Biafrans, then because we are still playing game, these people are still laughing, and then they are just coming in our own territory again, bringing their bandits, bringing the Boko Haram, bringing the herdsmen, coming and raping our children and raping our mothers in our face. It is very, very unpardonable. And then these people are still coming in the Facebook and making noise, especially here in the United States. This girl that call Munachi, this young lady that they call Munachi, Maz, you can't even imagine. This is the girl that got married to a man and then have 2 children by this man and left that man and went and got married to another man. Believe me, this is the lady that is piloting herself and then doing all these things. The only thing that I am saying is that our people have to stand up. Stand up for your rights, because there is no way that you can survive in this Nigeria. This is the only opportunity. If we miss this opportunity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believe me, the Biafra will live to regret it. When I talk about Biafra, I'm talking about the Niger Delta, the people that call themselves the South or whatever. You will regret it in this life if you miss this opportunity, because this is the only opportunity we have in order just to, be relevant to ourselves and then get our freedom and live like human beings. We are in the United States here. We know how everything is run in this country. But when you come to Nigeria, every time you come to Nigeria, then you are thinking about if you, will be able to come back. Either you will die in Nigeria. Look at how many people that have left the United States and come, even on a holiday to Nigeria. Most of them are die. So it's so unfortunate. But please, I am urging anybody that is in the United States, who it has touched his mind that the way we are living in Nigeria is not the best, that we need Biafra. I am asking them, please, to visit www.ipobinUSA.org. www.ipobinUSA.org. Mazi, thank you. Let me just make a chance for other people to give their own opinion. God bless you. God will continue to bless you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. People must understand this truth. You cannot make yourself a laughing stock. You fall into that category, that is exactly who you are. Stop mocking yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
African rep, Machuko bless you. My name is Obin Naya from my home in Imo province, but I'm calling from Ugbocha province in Biafra land. Machuko Kabiyama bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our deputy, Mazi Chokan for me. And all the whole principal officers, the hardcore, those are working seriously to make sure Biafra restores. May Elohim in heaven shower them with blessing, and they shall live and see Biafra restore in the mighty name of Yeshua. For the evil ones, our saboteurs, I also thank you people, because you people are making us to wake up also. And you people are making us to move 7 steps ahead above now. So you people should be fighting where we are fighting also. Any fight you people are fighting, IPOB is there to beat your fight. Because our leader is there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it already. The vultures are congregating. The saboteurs are ready. And we shall defeat them. Sometimes we be like our defense, we are getting weak to our defenses. But we shall win the battle. The battle belongs to IPOB. And to IPOB will restore Biafra in this our own time, the mighty name of Yeshua. Let the saboteurs, let them continue doing what they are doing. Because I remember when Donald Trump win election, IPOB are celebrating in Igbocha here. Zoom military, they are shooting us, doing all manner of things, which MFO stand there and telling us we shall win this battle. One of our brothers are dying at the point of death and said that Biafra, please restore Biafra land for us. And all these saboteurs, what they are doing is they are standing on air telling us, bring kerosene, bring tear gas, throw Nigeria army, throw Nigeria police. We are doing this. I'm calling Buratai. I know that they are still doing all the same thing, changing different names in Facebook, saying all manner of things. To go to police anybody who said Biafra no go restore. If Biafra will not restore for this type of clean Biafra here, you are in heaven. Our leader will not suffer all these things, doing all these things, lose his parents, and that you will lose. Many mothers lose their sons and daughters. You are there eating spaghetti and indomie and say Biafra will not restore. You say all these are brothers when they see, so we talk about restoring Biafra. What is going on in this Biafra land? Just listen whenever you see a Yoruba man. When IPOB is discussing about restoring Biafra, see what Yoruba man, then we start raising issue. People don't love themselves. People don't love them Yoruba, they love themselves. Them Fulani, they love themselves. Yes, only Biafra, yes, we don't love ourselves, and we take our brothers from different homes and make it to become somebody. How many times they have done that to their brothers? They are still open mouth and telling that people don't love you. Let them love their brothers. Let us live our own as we want to live our life. I know that anytime Biafra restore, all this nonsense will stop in this Biafra land. But bless our African rep. You will live and see Biafra restore in the mighty name of Yeshua. Continue your good work. The mighty name of Chukwu Kikabiam.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Of course, nobody should call on WhatsApp.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Okay, thank you, sir. George Onyibe. God bless you. Thank you for having you this evening. It has been a long time, but I thank you. My name is Maze Ifeanyi Chukwu Godwin. I am from Ikwano, Omoaya, Abia State, Biafra land. So, sir, I want to lend my voice this evening, and I am so much annoyed that I have kept silent for quite a long time. I didn't want to speak. So these people, what I want to say, before I go, let me greet our leader and the deputy and all the Biafrans in the whole world, all the IPOBs that are working hard to see that Biafra is restored. So I say, may Chukwu Kikabema keep them moving and keep them protected. So what I want to say this evening, I want all those people that call themselves saboteurs and all those world powers that are supposed to pressure Nigeria to leave us alone, that kept silent. We want to tell them, if they don't know what IPOB is all about, if they don't know what we, the sons and daughters of the indigenous people of Biafra, people that we are, if they don't know who we are, I think they should think again. Because if ever they make this restoration to stay more longer, or anything happens to boycott this restoration of this Biafra this time, what they will face on this earth, they have never faced it before. We are making them a promise. It's not a threat, but it's a promise. We will go to any level to see that it will become terrorists if they want it that way. Because I can't understand the reason why we are asking for our right and they are denying it. And the whole world just kept silent. And killings are going on and on every day in that zoo. And in our land, our people are being raped, being mutilated, people are being destroyed, and they just kept silent. We are making this promise on air, and everybody who is listening, they are all hearing. Those saboteurs in our land, they are hearing. Those in abroad, they are hearing. I am calling from Gabon, and by God's grace, I am Gabon National PRO. So if they like, let them do what they want to do. I am saying it, and I know that we the IPOBs, all of us are like that. The real IPOBs, we have come out to restore our Biafra, and anybody who stands on our way that will not restore Biafra, we cross that person. None of them will live. If they do anything and anything happen to this restoration program, they will see hell. They will see hell. We will go to any level. We go to any level. Whatever they want us to do, we will do it, but we will tell the world that there will be no peace in any place in the world. Because wherever we are, we will cause trouble. And the people will see what they have caused to themselves. So those saboteurs at home, their days are numbered if they don't remove their hand from the evil that they are doing. So I don't want to be long tonight. Thank you. Continue the good work you are doing. May God bless you and continue to lift you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. The truth cannot be overemphasized. What we are saying is simple. Biafrans must know themselves. We get to a stage where everybody must know his or herself. Know thyself. So when you are doing what you are doing and you fall into the following category, just know you are a laughing stock. When you claim to be a Nigerian, you are a laughing stock. When you claim to fight for Biafra in exchange of money, you are a laughing stock. When you leave your enemy and you start fighting your brother, you are a laughing stock. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello, good
evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I don't hear you through the radio again. It went off.
How long did you notice that?
Just a minute now, because I had been trying the number, it is ringing, though somebody was talking and all of a sudden it shut down. There is music playing on the background now.
It's still very on here, so I wonder why that should be. On my side, it shows everything is fine.
For a long time, in Anambra here, up to 2 weeks, I didn't hear, if I turn it on, nothing will be happening. I asked some other people, they say it's not, the FM is not working. But thank God it's working now.
It's okay.
How are you?
We thank God I'm very fine.
I tried to reach you on Friday, I wasn't successful.
Through which medium?
The FM. I call. It was ringing, but it's like people are much.
Of course, you know I cannot receive one call at more than one call at a time.
Yes. Ask your family, my brother.
God is faithful. He's helping us.
That Friday, there's something I want to point out. A man sang a song, which he said, he credited it to Helene Nkume, but actually it is Luke Ezeji that has that song. But that is by the way. About the happening, for some time now, our leader is not making any broadcast. Is it?
Of course, sometimes to be able to cover more gap, you need to pause. And that is all I would say to that effect. But you can be rest assured, Elohim is doing what he got to do through him.
Of course, Biafran archives. I love you all. I just love you all.
Thank you.
You, and the rest of you. You are our archives. That no amount of jealousy that can cover it up. All they have to do is to queue up and learn from you people, just like we are learning and we are glad. Look at how unremorseful people are, how wicked. I just imagine how Mazin Namdekar lost his parents. I've been watching these our Southeast governors. For one day, let them put together, or even send delegates to this our young leader. Rather, they are more angry and wanting to do more. I wonder what they can do. I wonder what they can achieve. We know where we are going, and we know what we want. That is what I want all the people that are with their negativity to know this night. We know we are. Even if it is one teeth remaining in a grass cotton seed, we will still put down any grass we want to. We know what we want and we know where we are going. That's all I want to tell them. There is need for retreat. What they are even doing is even we are learning more from them. It's retreat. We look back and we forge ahead again. So there's no cause for alarm at all. I don't see them as a problem. Moses made the same challenge. Jesus Christ came down. He's like on Friday you are telling us the purpose he came down is to redeem mankind. All the forces, all the manipulations from Jews and others, they were after him, yet he redeemed us. He achieved what his father wants him to do. That is exactly how it's going to be with us in Biafra land. I love you all. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra in the end. Thank you very much. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on the line. Igirigi, are you still there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from you.
Thank you very much. It's been a very long time.
Happy
fellow Biafrans all over the world. I wish you all the best. We say good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where you are all over the world. We say, may Chukwu Kabiama bless you all, especially those of us who are in Biafra land. It's not been easy. A lot of things has been happening as long as, especially during the era of this pandemic. But all the same, we thank Chukwu Kabiama for his protections. To all of us who are also in Abakaliki province, say, may Chukwu Kabiama bless all of you. Mazi, I want to quickly contribute to this topic of this night. It's a wonderful lecture, and I believe everybody that listened via radio and via other platforms in social media have learned one or two things. But my problem is I don't know when our people will start learning. I don't know where they keep their ears and sense of reasoning, especially when lectures like this is going on in the University of Radio Biafra by our various lecturers, especially on your programs. Because I do not know why series of teachings such that was released this night will be going on, and many of our people who refuse to reason. This is just because the mind of our people has been so much swallowed that so many people, instead of concentrating and majoring on the major, they major on the minor, struggling over things that doesn't really count and things that doesn't really matter. There are so many of our people who are subjecting themselves to the subject, who are subjecting themselves to ridicule and a laughing stock because of how they talk, because of how they dress, because of the way they live their lives, which if you begin to examine it, it doesn't really show that yes, we have value system. There are so many people who the way they live their life is so careless that by the time you begin to look into it, even those that are in the struggle, you begin to see or perhaps you begin to check, are these people really serious over the struggle to restore Biafra, or are these people really serious over what is happening? Because this is the people that they talk something in the open, they go to the back and do other things. They begin to wonder, are these people really with us? There are people who, instead of having issues, fighting our enemies, they begin to fight themselves. They come into the family and begin to fight themselves. All of these people are causing, bringing laugh.
Of course,
these are the people that are.
They are making themselves laughing stock. Our leader says something. He say, "I am destructively stubborn." Me, if you don't find me trouble, I know they feel brokers. You just find me trouble and I don't set for you. So they are just fooling themselves. We just, when he have one exhalation, we are just, it's only your brother that will tell you your mouth is smelling. It will not look like insult. So we are just telling them their mouth is smelling. Yoruba Hausa Fulani are mocking at them. To them, they think they are mocking themselves. They think they are trying to talk themselves down. Our mission is simple, properly defined. We want Nigerian disintegration. We are not just spectators. We are working towards that in every little way we can. And then some people are analyzing us. Go ahead, my brother.
So what I'm saying in conclusion, so that other callers will call in to make their contribution, is that our people should learn. It is high time we begin to reason like human beings. We begin to think like people who are having something very serious at hand. Not just focusing on things that will not project what we are doing, things that will not give us Biafra. Because these are people who were planted, in our midst, and in various ways, the enemy want to infiltrate and come in to distract us with things that doesn't really count. But all of these things, by the time we, yield to it, by the time we give into it, begin to dance to the tune of these things, we are subjecting ourselves to mockery. We are making ourselves laughing stock. And all of these things is what we advise our people to purge themselves from, wherever you are, so that we will get Biafra and make it the best place to live on earth. Thank you very much, and Chukwu Kamia bless you.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller, WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Mazi Onyibe. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I am a native of Ishiago, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. This evening, I greet my leader, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I greet Mazi Uchemefo and all the principal IPOB members who saw tomorrow. Any IPOB member saw tomorrow, saw even after tomorrow, and was trying every possible best to show the gullible ones what is coming. One Nigeria don't know what is coming to them. I think they will understand what is coming to them and start to prepare themselves. Because what British government did to Nigeria is unbelievable. What happened to October 1st, 1960 is unbelievable. Some of us who are in school on that day, and a plastic white cup was given to school children, and a small flag of one Nigeria, green, white, green. People are dancing. People are feeling happy that Nnamdi Azikiwe have tried so much by making sure our people was released from the white people, not knowing that what happened is a terrible situation. Now it has manifest to any, even a blind man, to understand what is going to happen, what is happening in Nigeria. And somebody somewhere is still looking for one Nigeria. I'm very sorry. Very, very, very sorry. If these people will understand what is coming to them, they will know the only remedy they have now is the IPOB. The only remedy, the only person, the only group who are talking for almost everybody. They almost 180% or 80% of Nigerians, IPOB is fighting for them. These 20% who are cabals from the north, from the east, from the west, they tied Nigeria down that everybody will die or become slave forever in the name of one Nigeria. They have group of people in all angles, both in churches, both in Ohanese, Pandef, Enyineamodo, Edwin Clark, Tony Nad, all of them, they have gang up to make sure ordinary people suffer. Without IPOB, Nigeria is facing a kind of a place where even animal is even better than what Nigeria is going. Nigeria is going direct to hellfire.
No person can call himself a Christian in Nigeria. That is one thing. Christian has nobody to speak to them except IPOB. Christian, I say can has nobody to speak to them in Nigeria except IPOB. The current president or chairman is Yoruba Ayekule. Yoruba Ayekula. This man is a Muslim, but claiming to be a Christian. That is why everything that is happening in Nigeria, nobody is hearing it. He's not ready to say it. Instead, he will go to Abuja and collect his own money. What is happening in Nigeria is a terrible thing that no human being living on this earth will recommend it. I will be happy for what is coming to Nigeria. Without IPOB, Nigeria is a desert of where evil men are living. Just imagine how much a man in Nigeria, a Fulani man, will stole and got away with it. During the time of Obasanjo established EFCC. The first man, I don't know his name now, he stole as money as possible and get away with it. Then they invite another woman, somebody Waziri. That one come and stole her own and get away. They invite another one. That all these are Fulanis before they come to Magu. Now Magu have come out, they employ another person. How do you think that a country like this will move forward? I must ask, how do you think? Because everybody are thief. Anybody that says that is in Nigeria is a rogue, is an armed robber. Is not worthy to call a human being. Because where Nigeria is going to disasters. Everybody in Nigeria who calls himself in Nigeria is a thief. From the army, from the police, from the navy, from the air force, from the judiciary, all over, everybody are thieves in Nigeria. I think by this time, the whole world have known Nigeria as a disaster area where criminals are looting and stealing. And then we encourage all the foreign countries to seize all the whole money that Nigeria has loaded into their banks. Use it and develop their place. Because if you say that you are returning the money, this money is going back to these criminals and they share it overhead. So there's no need of returning the money. Instead, they use it and develop their place. Because one Nigeria don't need to develop. What they need is to steal and to loot. Because whatever a country government are behaving, however a country government are behaving, is how the people inside are behaving. Nigeria is, everything about Nigeria is stealing and looting. What am I just trying to say? If our people will understand, are you hearing me, Onyibe?
Loud and clear, the word is listening.
If our people will understand this, Yoruba churches, they have destroyed our people. Some of these mega churches we are seeing are Muslim, but they are using 3 Christians to deceive so many of our people, and they don't know. That is why everything happening in Nigeria, they will go and say they are praying for one Nigeria. They know what they are doing. They want to hold our people into ransom so that they will not know what is coming to them until they creep them off. Without our IPOB, without Nnamdi Kanu, we have gone as a race. A time will come, if you say you are from the east, you are nothing. You are just a slave. They will just push you anyhow and do you anyhow. Even they have started now. If you watch out what is going on in Aba, going on in Igbo land, you're sorry for our people. You're sorry for our people. Oh God. Thank you, Onyibe. You are a great man. Chukwu Kikabiama will be your strength. Thank you very much. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. And of course, this is where we round up on this very segment. Don't fool yourself. And don't let anybody fool you. You are a Biafran, the only thing you can remember, oh, IPOB do this, IPOB do that. But of course, one day you are going to appreciate the Creator. And I can only pray that we don't miss this opportunity. You don't understand what these people want. But of course, we are equal to the task. We cure every sickness and disease. I sign off from here. Do have a pleasant day ahead of you. And then, of course, a wonderful night rest depending on your time. Goodbye from here, and God be with you.
I think it's time to lay it all out. Can I hear my snare drum?
Yeah, keep it rolling, sis. I'm on it.
That's okay, thank you. Check command. Mess on my own this. Walking down the miles in the long journey. Yeah, people said we are nobody, but we know certainly we are somebody. Yeah, time is so hard. These days are like nights, yet we struggle hard to see we get to the light. Like brothers and sisters, we join our hands to work hard. Yeah, and we are making sure that we get to the promised land, a land of milk and honey that is costlier and worth more than gold and money. We are making sure that we get out of this jungle, and the little quirky cabia my sisters true. No matter how deep the ocean, we will swim through and tell you words cannot explain all we have gone through. In the hands of the enemies, zoo and the government, Biafran blood, pass through with love. But we have Chukwuki Kabiyama, nothing goes wrong. Blacks rules everything around me, and it's pounding my DNA. Cash rules everything around me, and it's found in my DNA. Yeah, freedom is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. Biafra is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. We bear from blood, we never give up in this struggle. We are aiming high up. We are smart and fast, and enemies can't catch up. Yes, we know what we want, so we keep our pace up. Listen, we can't demand for what is not ours. Biafra is a land, and for sure is ours. That's why I'm proud to say I'm a Biafran blood. I'm a Biafran. The fry is blessed, the fry is great, cause Chukwuki Kabiyama has approved it himself. You see, Nigeria glooms while Biafra blooms. Biafra is an ideology, and there is no way that you can kill an ideology. We set up Biafrans of Biafra flowing in the blood through our veins, and all the efforts of our enemies to stop us has all been in vain, cause we are the chosen ones. Yeah, blacks rules everything around me, and it's pounding my DNA. Cash rules everything around me, and it's found in my DNA. Okay, freedom is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. Biafra is everything about me, and it's found in my DNA. DNA. I apologize if it hurts you, but that's the truth. A Sunday, a Wendy.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
Radio Biafra.